Alright, hey, we're back. Alright, it has been a while. I took a bit of a break from Rivals for a bit. Just kind of getting burned out, but we are back, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do for this episode. But one thing's for sure, I'm gonna fucking talk about some American cheese and how I feel about it, because that's what the people want. You know, I am here to give the people what they want, and fuck you! Get out of here! Boom! Oof, that was pretty nice, actually. So I've been going through and like just finishing a whole bunch of games that I just hadn't played in a long time. I mean, I haven't played Smash in a long time, but you don't really finish Smash. You know, it's not one of those kinds of games where you just finish it. I finished Xenoblade 2 a few weeks ago. That was part of the reason why I wasn't doing as much Rivals content, because I was playing Xenoblade 2 so much. And like, oh gosh, that ending. Like, I don't want to spoil anything for those who are interested in playing it, and yeah, don't want to get spoiled. What the fuck? I parried that, sir. No, that was okay. That was all on me. All right. Don't be a fucking like blowhard about it. All right, just. And I finished Majora's Mask. I didn't get the Fierce Deity Mask because I didn't know I had to have every mask in the game to get it. I thought I just had to have like, you know, most of them, which I did. I only had like two. There were like 2 masks that I didn't have. Aside from the Fierce Deity Mask, and it was like, oh, it's fine. I can just do it. So I ended up having to fight Majora as just, you know, regular little Link. Which is fine, actually. You know, I like the challenge, and challenging it was. Like, oh my gosh, I hardly had enough arrows or magic to beat him. I was getting to the 3rd phase, and I didn't have any magic. What a fucking asshole! Yeah, I don't think that you're worth fighting another round. Like, it's just whatever. Fuck you, man. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and then I went and I beat Metroid Samus Returns. Oh, gosh. Amazing game. Great game. I love it. Some of the boss fights were frustrating. I got quite angry at the very final boss in particular. And this very final boss, it was like Proto Ridley or something like that. He wasn't in the original game. Metroid Samus Returns is a remake of Metroid 2, and he wasn't in that. And I did not like the addition. The boss fight was fine, but I felt like it didn't really fit with this game. I felt like it should have been put in a different Metroid game, you know, like the new Metroid Prime 4 or something like that. Like there was just. There were several moves where it was like, okay, you literally cannot avoid that attack. It is just insane. Great game. And they hinted at a remake of Metroid Fusion at the end of Samus Returns, which is my favorite Metroid game. So really excited about that whole idea. You know, I don't think they put the remake of Metroid Fusion on the 3DS, because that's sort of dying out, but I definitely like that on the Switch. That'd be cool. So yeah, Metroid Samus Returns, first Metroid game I've ever beaten. Like I've played Metroid Fusion, and I like Metroid Fusion. It's my favorite one, even though I haven't finished it. I still had just so much fun playing what I did play of it that it's my favorite. But Metroid Samus Returns, oh gosh, it was so good. And it's just nice to see Samus getting back out there, you know? Seeing her come back to the limelight of Nintendo. And then, actually just last night, I finished Wind Waker. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The puppet Ganon fight was so fucking annoying. The first 2 phases were fun. I liked them. The last phase was annoying as all hell. Oh gosh, that was... I hated that so much. But... yeah, that was fine. And, then the ending. The ending was great. It was a good game. Real fun. There were a few, like, tedious parts that I heard people talk about, and I can definitely see where they're coming from. There are a few, like, parts of the game where it's like, can I just, like, move on now? Like, I feel like I have to do all this extra padding bullshit that I don't want to do, and the game's like, no, you have to do it, because otherwise you can't move on with the story. And it's like, are you serious? Like, what the hell? I don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. But, yeah, so I did all that, and did I just spike him with the up special? Okay, that was funny. Actually, I like that. I am fine with that. Stop. So now I'm working on finishing the first Xenoblade game. That's the next game I'm working on finishing, because I started it, and then my Wii stopped working. My Nintendo Wii stopped reading discs, and just got a new one recently. So now I am finishing up Xenoblade Chronicles. I have to start the whole game over, though, because I got, you know, it's a new system, which is unfortunate. But I still like the game a lot. Anyways, there's some other stuff that I haven't really talked much about that I need to talk about, and that is that fucking Nintendo Direct. That Nintendo Direct was incredibly underwhelming for me. I did not like really any. I liked the stuff about Octopath Traveler because I played the demo and I really enjoyed that a lot. So I'm most likely gonna get that game when it comes out. Very, very fun game. And then they like talked about Mario Tennis for like an eternity, and I just I was like, stop talking about Mario Tennis and give us Smash Brothers already. And then at the end of the Direct, they gave us Smash Brothers. So it made suffering through all the Mario Tennis bullshit worth it. Because I got to see the announcement of a new Smash game. My favorite game series. The first game I actually played was Melee. That's how I was introduced to gaming. I played Melee when I was 8 years old, and that was like my first video game experience. And it introduced me to all these great characters like Link and Samus, Marth, you know, introduced me to game series that I really enjoy nowadays, Fire Emblem, Zelda, and Metroid. There were a few characters in Melee that I, of course, recognized because, you know, everybody knows who Mario is, and Pikachu, and Luigi, and Bowser, but like, most of the cast, I had no idea who they were. I thought most of the cast was just made up, just for Smash Brothers. I didn't know Fox was a real character from a game. I just thought, oh, okay, I guess I'll play as Fox. He looks cool, and then I mained Fox in Melee without even knowing that he's the best character in that game. So, yeah, really excited about Smash 5. My initial reaction was, like, you know, they were showing off more Splatoon shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Splatoon and Smash, right? And it was, and I'm so happy. For like the next 5 hours after the announcement, my whole body was shaking just from like chills. It was crazy. And the Inklings are gonna be in the game, which is a no-brainer. You know, everybody knew that in the next Smash game, the Inklings were gonna be in it. Just no doubt about it. Inklings are in, definitely. And that kind of leads into my next subject is, what characters do I think are gonna be in the game? Well, haha, as my friend Darth Ouija said, not Ridley. He said Ridley was gonna be, no, Definitely not. You know who should be in the next Smash game as a Metroid rep? Sylvanos. You know who Sylvanos is? Of course you don't! You're not a Metroidian or whatever. Fake fan! Yeah, he was like saying that, like, oh, it's about time we got another Metroid rep. And I totally agree, because we haven't had another Metroid rep for quite a long while. So, we definitely need one. Sylvanos is the only one that I can see actually making sense. Aside from maybe Dark Samus, but I feel like Dark Samus would sort of go into, like, clone territory, so I don't know about that one. I prefer that we get Sylvanos, who is a villain from the Metroid Prime games, particularly Metroid Prime Hunters, but he was hinted at the end of Metroid Prime 3, and, well, I say he, but we don't actually know the gender of the character. But Sylvanos was hinted at the end of Metroid Prime 3, and so everybody thinks, oh, Metroid Prime 4, Sylvanos is gonna be like the new main villain, and I agree with that. And so what better way to ramp up hype for the new Metroid Prime game than to put the villain of that game into Smash? It just makes sense. Don't fucking meme on me, you little weasel. Oh, he's memeing. What a little... Alright. And then, of course, we need more Zelda reps. But the only one I can really see them logically putting in is Impa, since she is in a lot of the games, and is a total ass kicker. You know, lots of moveset potential there. Oh, fuck, I raised my ball jump. Shit! As for characters I would like to see in Smash, I really want Zant from Twilight Princess to be in, but honestly that's never gonna happen. Bandana Waddle Dee, honestly I think he has a good chance of getting in, and I also want him in, so works out. Aside from that, I don't really want any... personally don't want any other characters in. I think Chibi Robo has a good chance. Alright, so, I recorded, like, the first however many minutes of this video, like, a week ago, and, what the fuck? And, since then, we've had new characters come out, so hooray! We're gonna fucking play as some new characters. Hell yeah. Deadpool, Sylvanos, here we go. So I've played some of these characters already. They are a lot of fun. Pretty well balanced, I actually gotta say. They are very well balanced. Like they have, like they're very gimmicky, but they're well balanced in their gimmickiness. So that's pretty nice. Anyways, I'm gonna rant about American cheese now and how much I fucking hate it. Alright, so... when I was a kid, I would eat American cheese all the time. I would just eat it, like, straight up. I'd be like, hey, Mom, I'm hungry. I'm gonna have some American cheese. And she'd be like, okay. And I'd just get, like, you know, American cheese, like, wrapped in shit, like, wrapped in plastic. I'd take the plastic off and then I'd eat this cheese while sitting on the step that goes from the kitchen to my family room. And, that was, like, a snack for me. And it wasn't until I was much older that I kind of realized that is fucking disgusting. Like, what am I doing? Then, I stopped eating American cheese because that shit's disgusting. And now, today, I can very safely say that American cheese is the worst thing about America. Like, it is horrible. Like, oh my gosh. There are very few things worse than American cheese. But in America, there is nothing worse than American cheese. Like, oh gosh, it is so awful. Let me just go into detail. All right, American cheese, it tastes disgusting. All right, it is one of the grossest cheeses out there. I mean, I'm not really a big cheese person myself, but you know, like I'll eat like cheese like on things like tacos and sandwiches and stuff like that. But you know, I'm not really a huge cheese person. It's just not me. And so fuck. Out of here. So yeah, I mean, I'll eat cheese on things, but I will not eat American cheese. And like, people all the time will like, you know, I'll go to like Subway and they'll be like, I actually went to Subway earlier today, like just before recording, and they were like, you know, oh, what kind of cheese do you want? And I'm like, and I always get provolone there. I go there every Tuesday, and you know, they're like, oh, what kind of cheese you want? And you know, they're like, you want American or provolone? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Get that American cheese shit out of my face. I will not eat that. Give me the good stuff. Give me that provolone cheese, you know? But yeah, like, eating the plastic that's wrapped around the American cheese, that's probably healthier for you than eating American cheese itself. Like, American cheese, like, it's you can taste the artificial flavors on it. Like, it is so artificial. There's nothing natural about it. It is horrible. Horribly disgusting. And the worst cheese. So yeah, I don't like American cheese. That much is evident to me. But there was recently a development in this story. When I say recently, I mean like a few weeks. I used to have respect for a chef known as Rachel Ray. I went on a 2-month-long diet where I drank nothing but nutrition shakes for 2 months. It was as a nutritional therapy for a condition I have. And I went 2 months drinking nutrition shakes. Horrible, disgusting stuff. It's like chalk. It tastes like chalk. And I went on this diet, and during this, I watched the Food Network a lot, because I wasn't allowed to eat like regular food. I could chew gum and I could eat like Jello and popsicles, and that was it. I couldn't eat like regular food. So I'm on this diet, and I'm watching a lot of the Food Network, you know, and milk product. And milk, you know what, American cheese. And so yeah, I'm watching the Food Network a lot, because how else am I gonna get my fill of food? I was watching a lot of Guy Fieri, a lot of Chopped. I had never heard of Chopped before then, but I really like that show nowadays. I don't watch it like I used to, but I definitely enjoy it. And one of the chefs I watched on there was Rachel Ray. Well, a few weeks ago, I was watching Rachel Ray's talk show in the morning, because it was a Tuesday. I had to get up early for therapy, which I then go to Subway after. And so I'm watching Rachel Ray with my sister, my older sister. Sorry, not older sister, yeah, younger sister, what am I saying? And, oh shit. Excuse me, you're gonna regret that. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, that's what I think of you, sir. So anyways, I was watching Rachel Ray's talk show in the morning. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And she says something that made me lose all respect for her as a chef and as a person. She said, and I quote, "Oh, now you're gonna taunt! Oh, I see, now you're gonna taunt. Well, guess what? You're dead. Get out. Fuck you. You are the worst." You know what Rachel Ray said? You know what she said? She said, "It is un-American to not like American cheese." I cannot believe her. Oh my gosh, you are such a dick. Get the fuck out. Yeah, she was like cooking up all this disgusting crap, and then she threw like a mountain of American cheese on top of it, and I'm like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why would you do this? Recently, I've been writing a lot of superhero stories, particularly about a certain character that some of you may be familiar with, by the name of Bazingo Buzak. He is a character that I and a few of my friends came up with when we were just joking around one day. And he is a very wacky character. He's a lot of fun to write about. And it's just kind of fun to sort of parody and deconstruct some of these superhero tropes, particularly when superhero movies are so popular. You know, and I clearly, you know, as I have a Deadpool Sylvanos custom alt here, I am a fan of superheroes. I'm not a huge comic book guy. Never really have been. But I do enjoy, you know, the superheroes. You know, really enjoy like the Marvel movies. The DC movies have all sucked. Yeah, haven't really read like too many comics. It was only really recently that I like read comics, and even then it was just because I was doing research for my Bazingo Buzak stories. You know, I was trying to figure out like how do they go about writing these superhero stories. You know, so I read like a bunch of Captain America comics and you know, some other stuff, Avengers comics. You know, trying to sort of get the feel for it, and you know, I did enjoy them. And the style is definitely classic, but I don't know if I'd really be interested in like reading those all the time. You know, like some people are, you know, like, oh, the new issue's out, I gotta go read it, you know. And like, you know, if that's your cup of tea, cool. I'm glad you can enjoy that. You know, I enjoy, you know, stories and superhero stuff too. But personally, I'm just, you know, not a huge comic guy. That's just me. But Avengers Infinity War, I am so fucking hyped for that movie. So excited. Oh my gosh. I've been marathoning all the Marvel movies leading up to Infinity War, and wow, it's crazy that they've really just, you know, taken us on this journey, you know? It's really something. So is that up smash. I mean, look at that fucking thing. That thing is monstrous. That is the best way I can describe that move. It is monstrous. Kind of like this. Oh, hang on. Kind of like this. That taunt is so badass. I love that. It's so cool. Oh.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give nothing to us. Into each other we put our trust.
I've got the next next replay levels already in the works. I'm actually, you know, I can kill two birds. I can kill birds with with stone 1. That's what I was starting to say. I can kill. Yes, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can't talk today. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can record this series and take replays for replay rivals at the same time. So pretty nice. So yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually working on the next replay. Yes, the next replay. That's what the series is called. Like, you know, kudos to Dan Fernacci. You know, he was so creative with the character moveset designs and just the character designs overall. Like, just really solid work. I gotta hand it to him. I gotta hand it to him. Oh, I died. Okay. Yeah, that went about as well as it could have. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fuck around with these new characters. And, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!